Well, hello cuties, and welcome back to the channel. You asked and you shall receive. A lot of you cuties wanted me to react to HAEWON on Lee Mujin service, and of course I will. Because particularly NMIXX fans are so freaking cute that I'm just unable to say no. I really want to see her a lot as well, because I still remember her really outstanding performances in qualifications along with Lily, and already back at that time I was really intrigued by HAEWON, so I'm super excited. Let's get into it. Okay, we're gonna be starting with I Love Me Like This, which, oh my god, I love that song. I'm so excited. I love that song so much that I'm actually even considering covering it myself. Oh, let's go. Good. This tone is probably, or this part is probably one of my favorite parts in the song. Thankfully, it repeats a lot there. And it's just the way HAEWON particularly sings it just makes my heart so happy. She doesn't try to thin it out into any type of like lighter mix. Yeah. She goes with a very nice, full, chesty sound. You can hear how it like drops down. Hey! She's not trying to go very lightweight or too bright. She's actually letting it really nicely drop, so it gets that nice chest resonance. It's really gorgeous. Don't run away, Do you hear the contrast? So you've got that really strong part of yeah, and then you've got immediately a complete different face of her. Much more lighter and airy and very playful. She definitely understands how to build the dynamics around such a playful song. Weirdly enough, the playful songs and fast songs and kind of this mood-changing songs can be really difficult to properly build the dynamics for, because you have to be much more versatile with your dynamics. If you wanna be my lover, that's your mom, if you wanna show me your way. That's such a cute sound for passaggio. Cute is probably not the best word, but for her, she does have a very grounded, earthy quality to her tone. It's not bright. I absolutely love the sound, kind of antithesis towards Lily's sound in NMIXX, which is Lily has a very metallic, bright, rock quality of her voice, and HAEWON has this grounded, velvety, honey-like sound. They play together so beautifully. I think that's probably my two of my favorite pairings for the voice. You can tell the change in her timbre when she entered that mix. First, she was singing it in a very airy way, so it was really comfortable for her to climb that high. She was not trying to belt it. But then on those decent, that's where she started to reconnect down, but more in a chest mix than dropping just directly into her chest. And the sound is so different and very pretty. Love me like this, love me like that, love me like this, love me like that, love me like this, and I love you right back. I actually really like that chorus of this song is so narrow, because the rest of it is so incredibly melodic. Okay, next one. HAEWON started to sing, and literally the light came out. The sun came out. 그렇게 어려운 이별을
그런다는데 나는 운이 좋았지 말 한마디로 끝날 수 있던 사랑을 했으니까.
I actually love voices like her in these more mellow parts where you have because this is a lot of air. This is very aspirated singing. It is a very soft beginning to probably more balladic piece. But if you have very lightweight voices that do lack a little bit of like a depth in them, they can be a little too whispery, a little too light. And with a voice like HAEWON, it is kind of a blessing because even when she's in a very airy, breathy, aspirated place, her tone quality is still in the background, like a tiny little resonance of it. It's never really fully away. Ooh, there was a gorgeous descending feeling from like you can hear immediately when she is cleaning up that tone. It's just right away getting a much bigger mass of a sound. Really good storytelling for such a young person, particularly. She's really having a lot of her voice under control, especially with a lot of young singers. There's a little bit of an issue that once they find their voice, they're like literally like unleashed. You cannot get them under control. Their voice is big and they have troubles to kind of hone it down a little bit. And HAEWON is showing a lot of control over her voice, over the dynamics that she chose for this song. But through that, she can convey a great storytelling. The breathiness also allows her much smoother movement across the passaggio. Yeah. So we know that she can belt and she can pick and choose what she's gonna use where, of course, because everybody stylistically kind of get together their performances. And she chose to go completely airy, mostly moving very smoothly throughout, from her head voice down to a little bit of reconnecting to the chest, a lot of movement across the passaggio. No vocal break is gonna be visible here because it's just so incredibly lightweight. Fuller. There we go. Very pretty. She is very smart and knowing when to start mixing, because a lot of people drag the chest voice way too high to the point where they start actively straining, and that's way too late to start to attempt to release a lot of tension into more mixed voice. And she is mixing very smart. She's not doing it prematurely, like way too soon, so she would lose a lot of kind of dynamic possibilities of that more chest chest mix belts, but soon enough for her to never get in a pickle. Nice. really nice kind of jazzy movement, a little bit of a riff there, a very strong head voice as well.
맑던 비바람과 다가올 눈보라도 이제는 봄바람이 됐으니 나는 운이 좋았지.
Also, very nicely developed mixed voice, probably because of a lot of training and because of those smart choices of knowing when to connect that mix. And if you work a lot on your mix, you can strengthen it really nicely. It can be very resonant. It has a very specific sound, and it's part of your voice that can be really gorgeous in performances.
나는 운이 좋았지. 나는 운이 좋았지.
She looks like a little princess, by the way. She's so gorgeous here in this performance.
넌 내게 전부였지.
You can hear the difference. Na, na, na. It's a very different sound from na. If I would try to like belt it just clearly from the chest, right? That would be a little too high, and it would be a little too high for her too. So the change in the timbre that you can see is her mixing it really, but really, really nicely. A little fronted.
난 운이 좋았지.
And a cool down.
나보다도 사랑한 사람이 있었으니.
Very well done. Good job. You can tell she made like a tiny little smile. She knew she did well. She knew she did well. All right. Demons by Imagine Dragons. I always say that Lee Mujin show is interesting, not just from that point of view that, you know, the people come and sing and we have an opportunity to see and hear a lot of people sing solo outside of their bands. But also it's kind of like a little mirror into their soul, because I know that they choose the songs that they will be singing. And it's really cool to see what is the personal choice of a lot of these people and where they perceive that their voice is really like outstanding and really showcases their craft. I find it incredibly impressive and just fascinating.
When the days are cold and the cars all fold and the saints we see are all made of gold, when your dreams all fail and the ones we hail are the worst of all and the blood runs stale. I wanna hide the truth, I wanna shelter you, but with the beast inside, there's nowhere we can hide.
Oh God, I don't know. I'm progressively more and more falling in love with her voice. It's that type of voice that you can listen to for hours and hours and hours. It's just so comforting and it's so warm. It's
No matter what we breed, we still are made of greed. This is my kingdom come, this is my kingdom come. When you feel my heat, look into my eyes. It's where's my demon side, it's where's my demon side. Don't get too close, it's dark inside.
This is a very difficult song if you do not know how to abruptly jump in your head voice. It is a technique. She has it nailed down, of course, but it can be incredibly difficult if you do not know how to do that. And a lot of people would try to probably pull that tone just as the rest of the chorus, and they would try to strain that tone very heavily. The jump in the head voice is built in the kind of technical side of that song. It's supposed to be there. She's doing it really nicely.
It's where's my demon side, it's where's my demon side.
Really pretty.
Wow.
This time she actually clapped for herself too. Good job, girl. Well done. Myra. Or Mira. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Oh, this is an interesting choice for the song. I mean, I know that the two bands are really good friends. Girl. Well, we would be friends. I know that HAEWON and me, we would absolutely vibe. She's so incredibly cute. This can be very difficult if you do not have the proper agility in your voice. You're gonna just start to hit the random tones. In the pitch, outside of the pitch, under the pitch, it's just gonna be all over the place. So you have to be very stable with your breath. You cannot force those tones. If you're gonna start to force them, they're gonna be very slow. So if you want to do it in this tempo, you have to have a good breath support and you have to be able to rely on it. And she did it very well. Like the agility has to be really on high level for you to be able to comfortably and confidently hit those tones at such speed. Well done. All right, 0310. She looks like a little princess in this performance. I know that I have to have it blurred. I'm very sorry about that because this particular performance is just, it's beautiful. She looks gorgeous. So if you want to, definitely don't forget to go watch the original on the Lee Mujin. All right. Cause, oh my God, you have to see her. She's so cute there.
You smoked and you looked at me. I hate it when you do. I said no thanks to you. You asked me if I was okay. What if I wasn't? Living is fine. It's just I don't wanna be all by myself again, like every time, like every last time.
She can get so mature too. Like she's very, very young and her whole vibe is definitely matching it. But I think it's her storytelling ability that gets her also to a position where she's suddenly incredibly mature and she can sell you that very, very well. And oh,
You knew that
gorgeous
I
tone.
was no good for you.
Okay, that airy climb.
When we lay down after doing the things you loved.
Very good reconnection from that higher airy place. It's probably not the same melody because I'm hearing this song for the first time. But a lot of singers do the common mistake that they do not know when to reconnect back to their lower register, and they just either get stuck in a higher register or they go through vocal break. So this reconnection, very pretty.
You knew that I wasn't better than you.
Very smooth.
I hope that I could be simply fine with you leaving. You
Gorgeous
struck
song.
me and stared at me. I like it when you do. I said I know you love me too. I ask you if you were the same. What if I quit it? Living is fun.
Ooh.
Just I
You know when Lee Mujin does that face like, ooh. We usually do it at the same time. Living is fine. There has to be a certain laid back feeling in the song like this. You don't want any tension. You don't want any intense notion and feeling in the voice. You want to let the melancholy, a little bit of a pain come through. You don't want to force anything, like anything too much. You want it to fall almost like, you know, like a snow falls, like it's effortless. It doesn't just, you know, drops down to the ground. It's slow, it has its pace, it is calming. It's really, really beautiful how she's handling this. The storytelling is definitely part of that, but also being able to control the dynamics in your voice and make a good choice of when to reconnect to your chest voice, not to make it feel like you're really dropping too heavy into the tones, having a lot of control over that. And she's doing it perfectly while making it feel and seem very effortless and easy.
The one happy, falling behind again like every time, like every moment in the end. You knew that I was no
Cute
good
little
for you. When we lay down after doing that thing you loved, you knew that I wasn't better than you.
I do love that ascending down into her warm, nice, chesty sound. It's so gorgeous.
I hope that I could be sent really fine with you leaving. Suddenly, all the things seems complicated. You could only fix it, but my lips won't let me tell the truth. Tell me how not to get hurt.
I'd also like how she works with an air to kind of bring out a little bit more emotional side of this song. She's not trying to cover her breath, like breath ins and kind of like a little sighs here and there. The song is supposed to feel like it's sang with a very heavy heart, and a little sigh like here and there is perfectly good. Actually, it brings a lot to the atmosphere.
Even if you can't afford loving me anymore, you knew that I was no good for you.
Really good balance between her head voice and good reconnection there too.
You knew that I wasn't better than you. I hope that I could be saved really fine with you leaving.
So this is the first time I'm listening to this song. I've never heard this song before, but she made me feel like I have loved this song for 1,000 years. And that's a good performance when a singer persuades you that you've heard this song 1,000 times before and you love that song. Well, it's literally just the first time you've heard it.
You smoked and you looked at me. I hate it when you do.
Oh, I've got chills. Oh, everybody's emotional.
분명 베이스로
Like literally everybody stayed emotional. Lee Mujin was emotional, she was emotional, I'm emotional, you're emotional now, you're very welcome. Happy Monday morning, everyone. Let's get emotional. One of my favorite segments in this whole performance was Lee Mujin just throwing songs at HAEWON and HAEWON just singing them randomly.
이렇게 말을 하면
I'm just
바로
gonna give you a
그냥 한
sample.
소리 쫙 조금 스피디하게
It was
가볼게요.
very random.
이무진 신호등 불러줘.
붉은색 푸른색 사이 3초 그 짧은 시간 노란색 빛을 내는 저기 저 신호등이
아이브 11 불러줘.
내 안에
I love how she's immediately like kind of searching where she's gonna start it more than the particular melody. so she can kind of fit in a good placement of that song.
빼곡하게 피어나는 blue 내가 지금 느끼는 이 감정들은 true
뉴진스 하이보이 불러줘.
Cause I know what you like boy You're my high Can make a high boy
베이게린
I think in this kind of little exercise that Lee gave HAEWON is more impressive the instant fast choices that she needs to make. She is kind of mostly making the choices that the original singer did in where to sing with a head voice, where to mix, but she's also having a little bit of her own input because in the end you're your own person and you need to choose the best route for yourself. But also remembering how the original singer sang the song is sometimes really good and gets you out of the kind of really problematic situation fast because they know what they're doing. It's been composed for them and they can have a really good way of processing that song. So she is going off of the original usually, sometimes readjusting it to her voice, which is the smartest, quick on feet kind of response that you want to have.
바이바이 마 블루 불러줘.
나이 그대여 내 이름만 불러도 맘이 벅차요
BTS 버터 불러줘.
She's also changing a lot of her timbre.
Like butter, like a cream
You can hear that the previous song she was like, and the moment we switch to BTS, like smooth like butter. The immediate change in attitude. I think HAEWON is actually very well known for this, that her attitude writes off her voice a lot, and I love it about her because like you can, you know, like people say the eyes are the gateway to your soul. With HAEWON, it's her voice.
We're not undercover Gonna pop like stunner Breaking into your heart like that Ooh.
로스트 스타 불러줘.
Please don't see Just a girl caught up in dreams of fantasy
엔하이픈 폴라로이드 러브 불러줘.
It's like a Polaroid love 사랑 촌스러운 감정
조지 보트 불러줘.
I'm on a boat 눈에
At this point, Lee Mujin is just throwing out stuff, just like random stuff. And you can tell that this was not really prepared because some of them she's just like, yeah, oh yeah, okay, this is, like this is just random, very random.
보이는 사막이 바다야
잡아 올린 생선을 회쳐서 먹어.
You on a boat
The immediate harmony. Let's go.
얼어지는 도시 You're going on
비욘세 헤일로 불러줘.
Everywhere looking now
Especially in Halo right here, I'm gonna replay that because especially here in Halo, you can tell how she adapted her style immediately and very similar to the way that Beyonce belts that heavy space. Everyone looking now is always very heavy, and she really did drop that belt really nicely. Opened it, made it very round, not cutesy and smiley, but very round and dropped.
boat
It's gonna be right here.
You're going on Everywhere looking now I'm surrounded by your embrace Baby I can see your halo You know you're my saving grace
Gorgeous, big, resonant. I love that part, especially Halo. She really did showcase that if I want to go for a nice, open, stable belt with that crazy support that she has, I can. I definitely can. Let's see the duet.
예쁘네 오늘도 어제만큼 아니 오늘은 더 예뻐졌네 이런 말을 할 때마다 너는 못 들은 척 늘 딴 얘기를 해
Not enough people talk about the range that Lee Mujin actually has. A guy has an incredible range and is capable of using every single tiny little part of it down to the lowest tones. He can make them resonant. The sound, the color doesn't wither away from his voice. It's like he is a really master of his voice. I said it so many times before, but not only the range, but also the way he utilizes the range is incredible.
좋은 꿈을 꿨어 지금 말해주긴 간지러워서 말하기 싫어 그리고 이런 건 말하면 안 된대.
One thing that HAEWON surprised me in this performance on Lee Mujin was that I did not know that she is so agile with her voice. I knew that she can have a really nice, substantial, heavy belts, and I knew that she has a really good support and really good breath management, but I did not know that she is also so agile, and she really surprised me with that. There was a couple of moments there that she did really fast and really proper, smooth and really clean movements.
Dream 다신 꾸지 못하는 너무 기분 좋은 꿈 나는 네가 꼭 그런 것 같은데
Dream 종일 나른거리는
Oh, their voices are so cute together.
그게 바로 너.
Oh yeah, they go beautifully together. Both very warm and comforting voices. I want to hear them together. Come on, give me the harmony, give me the harmony. Give me. Oh, this is...
우리 둘 너무 잘 어울린대 I know she knows 사실 내가 봐도 그래 근데 가끔 불안한 기분이 들 땐 혼자서 울적해
Oh my god, the way he plays with every single note. Did you just hear the development? Oh, the microdynamics. We love that.
거짓말 그렇게 자신 있는 얼굴을 하고 있으면서 하지만 듣기엔 참 좋다 그렇긴 하네 Dream 다신 꾸지 못하는 너무 기분 좋은 꿈 나는 네가 꼭 그런 것 같은데
Dream 종일 나른거리는 너무 기분 좋은 꿈 그게 바로 너
I want them to sing together. Come on, guys, please, 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 please. I want some harmony.
Don't care even if you're a sweet liar.
Oh, the airy sound. So romantic.
지금 그런 눈으로 나를 바라볼 때면 나는 네가 꼭 내 것 같은데 Dream 다시 잠들고
Oh, I love them together.
너무 기분 좋은
It's so pretty. They have such an intricate voices. None of them is yelling over each other. None of them is trying to be on top. Her tone is super airy, very sweet and romantic, and it's matching the energy. Ah.
그게 바로 너
Oh, same tone development, both of them. This was the cutest little duet, I swear. Well done! Oh my god. So, I know this was a very long video, but this was the entire Lee Mujin performance with HAEWON. If you did enjoy it, definitely go watch the original as well. But first and foremost, please make sure to show some support to NMIXX and their latest release, Expergo, and all of the singles from the album. Go give them a listen. Support the girls. They are really, really amazing. They are absolutely outstanding vocalists. So if you like bands like, for example, Mamamoo, definitely go NMIXX. Go and give a NMIXX listen. They are really, really sweet, very talented girls. So go support And if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to subscribe right here. Here's the video that YouTube actually recommends for you. And here is the rest of my Korean reactions. Please stay safe and healthy. I'll see you next time.